water enough that we can actually go slowly through, and it gets all the sediment off of our tires. So the reason that we want to get all the sediment off, we're going very slow so that it takes everything off as much as we can before we get onto the glacier. So the reason we're trying to do that is to help with the albedo effect. Now, is anybody familiar with the term the albedo effect? Oh, this is our grader right here. This is Trevor. Everybody say hi, Trevor.
Hi, Trevor.
That is one of our many graders. He's pretty great. Sorry about that. So what he does all day is he's driving up and down the ice core moraine, he's driving up and down the ice road, he's constantly grading it to make sure that it's paved enough that we have traction and that it's still safe for us to drive on and for people to walk on. So he's one of many graders we have running 24/7. All day they're doing this stuff to make sure it's still safe. But we're trying to go through there to help with the albedo effect. Now going back to that, if you guys want a visual experience, you've definitely experienced it. You've worn a black t-shirt on a sunny day, right? That black t-shirt gets nice and hot. That is part of the albedo effect. The effect itself is how light things reflect light and how much they reflect that light away. So we want to help the albedo effect as much as possible. So if we take all this sediment from the ice core moraine, this dark rock, bring it on here, it's going to absorb heat and melt down the glacier a lot faster, obviously. So by bringing it off the tire wash, we're leaving it cleaner, whiter, and it's reflecting heat and not melting it quite as much. Now you might be wondering, great, I'm so glad we took it off. Too bad there's dark stuff everywhere else on the glacier. So this is actually naturally occurring. This is called cryogenite. It's basically carbon-based particles, could be ash from forest fires, could be rock flour in the air, many other things like microbials that get caught in the rain and then they land on the glacier and stay there. This is really bad. It's really bad for the glacier because, like, look on your right. Look how much that is melted down just because it's so much darker. So all this dark stuff is really bad for it, but unfortunately, it's a natural state of a glacier in the summertime. It's constantly having this cryogenite on it. Usually in the winter it's snowing a little bit more, so you don't get it exposed to the sun, and then it's not as bad. But yeah, it's really bad for the glacier, so we're trying to avoid that as much as we can, but like I said, it is naturally occurring. Also, I've seen a lot of these like little bugs going around, like this guy here. So they look like wasps because they're red or they're yellow and black, but they're not wasps. They're called hoverbugs. I know all about them. I love plants. I love animals and bugs. So these guys are totally harmless. If one lands on you, they don't have a stinger. They don't bite. All they're gonna do is vacuum you a little bit to see if they can eat something, and then they're just gonna keep flying around. So don't fear if you see one. It's not a wasp. All right, we're approaching our turnaround point. So I have several safety things. It is very pertinent you hear this, because I'm sick of telling adults what to do, because I'm 22 and it's really weird telling 50-year-olds to get off where they shouldn't be. So, let me explain. Outside of the paved area here, the graded part where we're driving on now, the much smoother part, this is totally safe. We know exactly what's here. However, outside in the wavy ocean-looking part, we have no idea what's out there, and there is hundreds of crevasses and mill wells, very big cracks. They can go all the way down through the glacier, 300 meters. That is a big fall, and you will not survive that. So please, for your own well-being, stay within the boundary zone. There is perimeters set up around. You can see all the signs. It is strung off. The string is not there for you to try and jump over, even though I've seen it 100 times today. Please stay inside this area. It feels really weird going up to people that are like 10 meters out there and they're just filming, and I'm 22 going, "Sir, please come back to the safe zone," and they're going, "What?" Now you know. Please stay inside this area. This is safe. Out there is extremely dangerous. There's only one story of someone surviving that, and his chances are the same as you guys, 1 in a billion. So unless you have really good karma, I wouldn't push your luck. Stay inside this zone, please and thank you. As well, do not go behind any of the buses, whether it's parked here, coming up, or even the photo bus. Stay in front or to the side of all the buses. We can't see anything behind there, and if we need to move the bus for whatever reason, and you're behind there, it's not going to go well. My buddy Jess says, you don't walk behind a horse, don't walk behind my bus, because they both kick you in the face, and it doesn't feel good. So, make sure you stay in front. As well on that topic, we are in bus number 533, which is the Eagle. So, in about 30 minutes, we will be